All right, good evening. Welcome back to our little show here where we play Pathfinder and I don't know, come up with funny fake advertisements. I said that we should do that and we didn't do it, but that's okay. There's always next week. Um,
We'll get
so
them next time.
we'll get them next time. Yeah, there you go. So last time, um, we started off with we started off right where we are right now, and that's inside the Rusty Dragon. You guys had just finished up with some of the immediate aftermath of the Stone Giant siege, and you guys went back to kind of heal your wounds and then get back out there to help the townsfolk. Each of you did that in your own way. Some of you decided to help out the line of people that were running buckets of water to and from the river and the buildings in town that needed to be extinguished. Um, Dino decided to go back over to the north gate to try and repurpose some of the wood that had been gathered to fortify it and to use it for repairs. Um, Ursuline spent a little bit of time working on her scope, although the bulk of that was at night. And those of you who were able to cast mending and similar spells also kind of just took a lap around Sandpoint and helped people fix their homes, their businesses, and their livelihoods. So after you guys finished up there, you decided to head south to investigate the situation at the manors because one of them was or could still be seen as having smoke billowing out of it. So as you arrived, you found that there were no stone giants present, and that there was a covered uh, wagon or a cart of some kind that had a bunch of valuables in it. These valuables consisted of a bunch of very finely made silk tapestries. There were chests containing um, silver and gold inlaid tableware. There were three large barrels, um, one of which was opened and found to contain wine. The other two you guys left alone. And there was a desk made out of teak wood. Um, After some inspection by most of you of the items on there, eventually Ursuline found a hidden compartment within the desk, and that hidden compartment contained a folder which held a bunch of letters that were written to Titus Garnetti, the head of the family, by everyone's favorite drug dealer, Jabrail. These letters outlined how Titus had paid Jabrail to have his men light some fires. These fires are meant to destroy some of the competing mills in the region so that the Scarnetti's own mill would essentially get all the business, being the only one that was operational. Titus eventually made himself known as he stepped out of his manor and found you guys as you were um, uh, reading and understanding this incriminating information. And so immediately he began to try to get you guys to essentially stay quiet about it, offering bribes of a few thousand gold pieces. And through some negotiations, Cade managed to get him to take that 3,000 gold pieces and give it to the town for repairs and other purposes, whatever the town may need it for. And then Kate and Kat negotiated an additional 2,000 for all of you, saying that Chomper and Babu deserve to have shares of the loot as well. So you guys got your money. Cade collected the money, put a curse on Titus for good measure, and then for a few minutes, you went back to the tavern to sort of talk about what the options were and what the next move is. And then Cade took it upon themselves to go over to the garrison and then the town hall, and then finally the cathedral to inform Sheriff Hemlock, Mayor Deverin, and Father Xanthus respectively of what was happening. Uh, Cade also got Father Xanthus to agree to harbor Jabrail if needed, and Cade made sure to warn all three of them about what the Stone Giants may or may not be planning, and suggesting to all of them that all of you are going to head out to where they're currently assembling and strike at them there before they can uh, organize and reach Sandpoint again themselves. With that all taken care of, Dream bought some more drugs. Kat also bought drugs, and then you everyone went back to the tavern. You guys kind of called it an early night. Ursulin had worked through the late afternoon into the evening and finished her scope, and then Dream had himself a little dream sequence where he found himself in a barren, icy wasteland, and basically Shadow Voodoo Dream was there and had a panther friend, which made for some pretty interesting situations. And there was also the matter of this shadowy clone of Dream doing a dance and basically siphoning something from some smaller lights and channeling it into a much bigger one. So, a lot to think about there. We are going to pick up with you guys waking up from a rest on the morning of Moon Day. It is the temperature outside continues to grow colder as winter is approaching, probably about a month out, and yeah, you guys were pretty much already healed up from the day before, so no need to worry about any like missing hit points and such. So let's pick up right from there. And what do you all want to do?
Kate's gonna
Mm,
check in with everyone else and update them on all the people that they told everything and see if anyone else had success in what they were doing.
Okay.
Let's gonna shrug at Cade and say, well, whenever you have a plan and you need my help, just let me know. I got some stuff to sell.
Okay. So yeah, we can handle that. There's also, I mean, this would require a bit of a skip in terms of days, but there's also the matter of items that have been left with Vorvashali. Just wanted to remind everyone of that. Um, but yeah, we can certainly at least take care of uh, anything that Dino wants to sell. So where do you want to go? What do you want to sell?
Well, sorry, we have all that jewelry to sell that we haven't yet, so I recommend we go do that soon.
Okay. So yeah, we can go to the jeweler.
Hmm.
Oh, geez, all these old tokens still on the map. This is weird. Can you see the map, Tristan, or no?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. That is awkward. Well, while I'm fiddling around with it, let's go through with the transaction part of things. All right, so you walk in. There is the same older human man behind the counter. He is currently just straightening up one of the displays in the front, and he sees you walk in. I assume probably like bag in hand or something, and he greets you with a smile and says, "Ah, welcome back. You and your friends always bring in such interesting finds. What can I do for you?"
Hello there. Over our last adventure, we got a whole bunch of gems here that I'd like to trade in for some gold.
Ah, well, wonderful. Let's see what you have.
I only have two things, which
Uh
is a
huh.
pearl and an emerald I have myself. But I know for a fact that as a party, we had a bunch of gems that needed selling.
This is true. Um,
I would have given my share to Dino to go sell them if he told us what he was doing. If he didn't, though, then I wouldn't know to do that. So, Dino, you told us, right?
Yeah, I told you that I'll be selling the gems.
Okay, so then, yeah, whatever gems I had on me, I'm going to give to Dino as well. I'd say feel free to split that evenly among everyone.
okay. Um, all right. So he takes a look at the. He starts with the pearl.
Hello,
And
Kyle. Sorry.
giving a really close look, and he is going to I'll just roll a praise. Okay. Okay. So yeah, he seems impressed with the pearl. It's just like giving like a really thorough look, just making sure that it's shaped properly, no inclusions, the usual jeweler stuff. And he says, "Well, yes, if everything else you have is this nice, then we can certainly do a good bit of business here today." So he begins looking at the other items. I have to remind myself of everything that Kate has because it's a lot. Okay, so Topaz, I know one of those was left with Vorvashali as like a down payment. Jasper. Okay. So yeah, he looks at all the gems, the rest of the gems together. I'll make one more check for him. Okay. So he sets down his little sort of like eyepiece to look at everything more closely, and he says, "Yes, this is all worth. Hmm, it's all worth a fair sum here. What do you say to 300 gold?"
For two things I have, or for everything in general?
All of it.
Mm, Emerald since mobility, but that's a fair trade.
Uh, I would say a praise.
Well, yeah, I'll try it.
Appraise
more
first,
of
so you know like what the amounts are worth if you roll well, and then if that fails, then sense motive to see if he's like trying to dick you over.
All right, guidance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, give or take a few gold, the number seems reasonable. You estimate that the pearl is probably worth the most out of everything. Um, your your estimation is that it's probably worth the pearl alone is probably worth 100 or so, and then yeah, everything else combined would make up the rest. Um, you think you could probably get a little more out of him though?
Mm, out of curiosity, about how much would the emerald be worth?
The emerald on its own, I would say probably like 75.
All right, I'm gonna say 350.
350. Roll diplomacy, please.
And diplomacy.
Of course. 10. Okay. He thinks it over, and he eventually looks up at you and says, "Well, I certainly would not want to say no to someone who just saved all our lives, so that's fine by me." And he goes to the back to retrieve the gold for you. He comes back with a small bag, sets it down in front of you, and he begins carefully moving the gemstones to the table behind him, so he can figure out where to put them on display. But he gives you a bag, all the money's there, 350 gold pieces.
Nice. All right, question.
Yeah.
Where would I go to sell armor?
Probably Sava's or the blacksmith.
Mm, I'm gonna go to Sava, and then I'm gonna ask Cat for some help.
All right, so yeah, you can bring Cat along with you. Let's see here, Sava.
And while I'm at the back of the Rusty Dragon, I'm gonna ask Dream if he's willing to help me with something.
All right, so yeah, you find Dream at the tavern. Enjoying the morning, I guess.
Yeah, he's having a beer.
Nice.
Hey Dream, do me a solid. Great response.
Sorry, I'm eating.
I'm gonna say that in order for my spells to become more powerful as a druid, I need your help to make an item. I need to come up with the money for it first.
Okay, money's not really an issue to any of us, is it?
I don't think so, but once I sell enough stuff, I should be able to get the money. Before I forget, we have a farm, don't we?
It's haunted. Am I there? I don't want to interrupt if I'm not.
At the tavern,
Why
yeah,
would our farm
everybody's there.
Why would our farm be haunted?
I think you're referring to the bit of land at like Pillbugs that you were kind of like allowed to, right?
Yeah, like roughly a
think.
mile away from town, we
Yeah, it's been
set
a
up
while.
some drugs for Dream.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had also forgotten about that. That's
you're smart. Oh god, it's just overgrown. But yeah, I offered Dino pretty much my cut from the gold then from the gems we sold, and any other help I can give in helping him get what he needs, because he's kind of like the core of keeping us all grounded in the game, the party.
Mm.
Appreciate it, Cade, but let's see if I can scourge up the money myself. And if I can't, then I'll ask for help.
Right. Sorry.
No worries, I appreciate it, Cade.
And Cade just kind of goes
How
off
much
to
money do
grab
you
the
need?
Alright, let me see. As of now, without the whole gold thing from the, without from Titus and the gems we just made, I need roughly 3,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's not, but I got a +2 armor to sell, so that should cover it. Anyway, when I'm gone, check on the farm to make sure that all your plants are fine and dandy. And if you want to start planting more stuff, just let me know. For now, I need to sell some armor.
All right, yeah. So you walk with Kat over to Sava's, and the whole time she is excited about going to Sava's for obvious reasons. But you get there, and yeah, Sava's kind of just getting everything set up for the day. Um, as you walk in, she is just like putting away some new sort of like mundane looking weaponry, like daggers and short swords and things like that. But she pops right up from where she's sitting when you all walk in, and she walks over, gives Kat a big hug, and then looks towards you and say, "Well, it's more than one of you coming here. There's got to be some kind of business. What do you need?"
And then I hand her the +2 light fortification studded leather that I use. I'm gonna say if I'm gonna survive dealing with the more stone giants head on, I'm gonna need a little bit better armor. So, find how much would this worth?
So she looks it over, and she's very impressed by the quality of it, and she's able to tell like pretty much right away that it's magic. And let's see whether just got to remind myself of how the pricing works. So light fortification, okay, +1 bonus for 5 +5150. Okay, so she looks at it with a close eye, and she says, "Well, this is a really nice piece. Very easily, I could very easily sell this for quite a bit, but naturally that means I have to pay you quite a bit to get it. So let's say 2,700.
Hmm. If I remember correctly, Sava, this is light fortification, so doesn't +2 and then light fortification add the price?
It does, yeah. So the base price is it's 4,000 for a +2, plus another 1,000 for the light fortification ability. But that is of course the pricing it out like as a buy price. So it's 5,000, then plus the base cost of the armor, which is it's regular leather. So, or no, is it studded or regular leather? I forget.
It's studded.
Studded. Okay, so it's a little bit more. So that puts it at It puts it over 5,000. It's 5,000. It's like a little under 5,200. So you're getting a slightly better price on selling it than what you probably normally would. You're getting maybe like 100 gold more than you should get.
Hmm.
But
I'm going
yeah, you can
to.
certainly negotiate it.
With having Cat assist me, I'm gonna say, listen, Sava, I don't want to ruin your business or you give up too much coin, but we're up against some serious enemies, and I'm gonna need all the help I can get. So,
She
do you mind giving me 3,000 for it?
Yeah, she looks at you and she's like, "Well, I mean, yeah, that's certainly not lost on me. I she looks towards Kat and she's like, Kat has profusely informed me of the threat at hand. Roll diplomacy and Kat will aid you.
Dance diplomacy. Hey. Oh, never mind. That's Cat's roll.
That's Kat's roll. So your roll becomes an 11. Um, Sabbath thinks on it a bit, and she's like, you could tell she's kind of like looking at the armor with like a bit of like a critical eye now, trying to decide if she really wants to do it for 3,000. And then her appearance softens a bit, and she says, "What the hell? I can make up 300 gold pretty easily. Yeah, that's fine." And she goes to the back of the store. She has like a safe somewhere, and she comes back with a fat bag, and it has she gives it to you in platinum, so it's 300 platinum.
So 300 platinum, right?
Yep.
Nice. Thanks a lot, Sava.
She says, "Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to help you out."
Also, if you don't mind, I have one thing that I'd like for you to look at.
Sure.
Then I pull out the +1 spike chain that's large size.
Uh-huh. Okay. So she is gonna go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see here. Equipment. Weapons. Here we go. Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I reminded myself of what that's going to cost. So, or yeah, what it would normally cost. So let's see here. It's plus basic place +1 spike chain. Um. Yeah. Saba looks at it and she says, "Hmm. Well, one thing I will say is that I don't. Well, this is very nice. I'm not too sure I'll be able to sell it.
Hmm.
I don't get too many large creatures walking in my door. Um, well, I mean, I'll still buy it off of you. I don't think I could give you what would probably be considered a fair price." And then
Oh,
she
no worries.
she
That's the
thinks,
case, Cade. Sorry, continue.
yeah, she thinks about it for a moment and she says, Vorvashali would probably be into this.
Good point. But before I give it to him, you mind giving me a fair assessment of how much it would be worth?
Sure, yeah. If I were to buy it off of you, I would put it at, well, I think the highest I'd be willing to go on something like this would be 2,500 gold.
Hmm. Nice. Alright, I think that's all the items, or at least the weapons that I can sell. What about you, Kat? Anything you got to sell?
Uh, Cat Cat kind of like thinks it over what she's got in her bag, and she says, "No, I don't think so. I'm just happy to be here." And she is like visibly struggling to refrain from doing the whole like, "This is my girlfriend." Have
Like she's visibly shaking.
She looks like that meme. It's like the kid with the vein busting out of his head, like because he can't talk or whatever. He can't say what he wants to say. Kid like sitting in the classroom or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what Cat looks like right now. And yeah, I'm not going to sell stuff from the inventory of someone who's not here. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, Cat's just happy to be there. Happy to be spending time with Sava. Everything else is secondary to her, as you know.
Alright, then talk to you later, Sava. Wish us luck.
Of course, and she gives you like a wave as you walk out. Okay, so anyone else? Anybody?
I want to look around and see if there's like any javelins or long distance weapons.
Okay, yeah. So I will move you to the armory. So you show up. Um, just like anyone else, Sava greets you with a smile. She sees that as you walk in, you immediately start like looking all around the store, seeing what she has, and she says, "Oh wow, it's good to see you too. All of Cat's friends are coming in today. So what do you need?"
I was just wondering if you had any like javelins or long range weapons I could use or I could buy. Look up.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm sure I have something for you. She walks over to towards the back, we'll say over here ish. There's like a display of like small display of like throwing weapons for the most part. Um, Inside there are some javelins. There are some. Hold on. What do you? Okay, simple weapons only. So there's some javelins. There's some like slings. You see stuff like a blowgun.
Ooh.
There's also like smaller like at the very bottom there are a couple of like light crossbows, and then there's some more sophisticated looking stuff towards like the top shelf. Like you see like a chakram. You see something that's just labeled as a spear sling.
Hey Sava, what's the spear sling?
So the spear sling is looks kind of like it looks like a hollow looking tube, and there is a loop on one end, and the loop looks like it's made of it almost looks like rubber. Whatever it actually is, it looks like it's very it's meant to have like an elasticity to it. Um, Sava, when she sees you looking at that, she explains that you basically you would take a javelin or a spear or some kind of pointed weapon like that, and draw it through the tube. And then when you release the loop on it, it sort of like propels the weapon forward, much like a bow and arrow. Probably I don't know, the visual that I'm getting with this is kind of like Scorpion from like Mortal Kombat, like throwing his like spear basically on the rope. That's the imagery I'm getting. The one thing I will say is that this is considered a martial weapon, which you don't have proficiency for. As far as what items you do have proficiency for, it's going to be most of the things that I named early on. So that is going to be like the blowgun, the crossbow, darts, javelins, slings.
I want to look at the crossbows.
Okay. So yeah, there are light and heavy crossbows there. Some of them are marked as being graded for underwater use. And those have higher price tags than the ones that don't. The heavy crossbows are listed at 50 gold, and the light crossbows are listed at 35.
Oh my. I think I'll just take a crossbow for 35 gold.
Light crossbow? Okay. All right. So, Sava looks at you and says, "Well, I guess gets cats rubbing off on everybody here. Everyone loves their crossbows."
Crazy.
But sure, yeah. Let me get that all set up for you. That's 35 gold, and we'll call it good from there.
Yeah.
Do you also want? I assume you want to buy bolts too.
Yeah, kind of do.
So there are different sorts of bolts that Sav has available. The most basic ones come 10 for 1 gold, whereas other bolts that have more have other properties to them, like there are acid bolts, fire bolts, drow poison bolts. Those are more expensive, and they are sold individually.
I think I'll just go for the basic bolts.
Okay, cool. How many do you want?
How many come in a set?
10 to a set.
10.
All right. So that is going to be 1 additional gold, so bring the total to 36. And while we're figuring that out, I'm going to add that to your sheet. So let's see, light crossbow. All right, so information on the light crossbow in terms of game mechanics. It is obviously a ranged weapon with a range of 80 feet. You crit on a 19 or 20 with it. It has a ×2 multiplier, and it deals 1d8 damage.
Nice. That'll be it for me.
All right, cool. So Lily buys a crossbow. Right. Anyone else?
I'll take a look.
Armory as well, or some other place, or?
Wait, what else is there here?
I mean, there's a lot here. There's there's the jewelry store, there's the armory, there's the general store, there's the There is the blacksmith. There is the pill bugs, where Dino has gone to buy like fruits and herbs that he's like used to heal people.
I'll go to Pillbugs.
You go to pill bugs. All right. So over at pill bugs. The fuck? Anyway, so yeah, Pillbug is walking all over the farm, kind of just checking on everything. When you arrive, he makes it back inside just as you get up there behind him. He is, unlike some of the other shopkeepers that you've dealt with in Sandpoint, Pillbug is a bit more gruff. And I don't think you've bought anything from him before, so he kind of looks at you and he's just like, "Hey, morning. What's going on? What can I get you?"
I've come to procure some fine herbs, sir.
All right, great. Well, I'll show you what I have. Hang on. Let's see if I can track down that list of stuff. That I've been using. Here we go. All right, so he has a rather large supply of one thing in particular, and okay, so he shows you it's a pretty big box, and it looks like seaweed inside of it, and it says, "Yeah, I just had one of my guys harvest this recently." Basically, what it does is, if you're into making products out of plants and things of that nature, this will make it a bit easier. The other use that one of my friends tells me about is sometimes people like to put oil on their weapons, make them a little sharper, give them something else to do. I don't know. I'm not really out there stabbing people, but it makes those oils last a bit longer as well.
All right, what else you got?
The other thing that he shows you as at least being a new item is, gotta find it. Let's see. Okay. This is a great name. Let's see if the name is let's see if its function is as cool as the name. So yeah, he the next thing he pulls out, it's a bag that has, like, a larger bag that has it appears to be a bunch of, like, stalks, almost like celery, sort of. However, these stalks have tiny flowers growing from them. The flowers kind of range from yellow to green in color, and among the flowers, there are groupings of small leaves. The leaves, every single grouping of leaves has 3 of them. And he says, now this stuff here, they call this Holy Ghost, and there's a reason for that.
Love it already.
Okay, so the uses for Holy Ghost. Each stalk of Holy Ghost can be used 3 times, and there are 3 different uses that you can choose between. So one of them is you can use 1 unit of Holy Ghost instead of a trail ration if you are cooking up like other plants that herbalists might use. This will in effect increase the amount of food that is produced, so allowing you to basically feed more people. The next use is if you chew on Holy Ghost, you gain an alchemical bonus to your bluff and diplomacy, but you take a penalty to intimidate.
Cool.
And the third use is that it can be sliced open and fashioned into a makeshift musical instrument that sounds roughly the same as a clarinet. Doing this takes a minute of uninterrupted effort, and the user gains a +2 to perform checks. Also, actually, this last bit is not relevant because nobody has any bard levels, but there is an additional thing for bards.
Yeah, I'll take a bunch of that.
Very good, very good. How many?
I'll take 10.
All right. Swinging for the fences, I see.
Oh, you're gonna love me.
All right, so he bags all it up for you. He's like does some quick like napkin math, except that it's all in his own mind, and he says, guess I'm gonna have to get some more of this stuff. Well, no matter. I'll call it 20 gold.
How much was it? Sorry.
20 gold.
Okay, yeah. Do you have anything else? So the 2?
Yeah, I just gotta roll up a couple more things, and then it's been a while since anyone's gone to his shop, so. Alright, so next item. He has... he shows you some black alder. This item has a very dark green, almost black colored leaves that have a lot of veins in them. And he says, this is one of the best things you can do to fight disease. When someone chews a leaf of black alder, they get an alchemical bonus to saving throws against disease, which obviously you're immune to disease, so you'd be buying that for everyone else rather than yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, he shows you a large... He doesn't have too many of these, but he shows you a large red bloom. And the first thing you notice about it is that it smells terrible. It smells like rotting meat almost. You also notice that surrounding the area that he has these in there, it has attracted numerous flies and other insects, and the plant itself seems to be meant to catch these critters, but it can also, Pillbug assures you that it can be repurposed and sort of like consumed yourself for your own use. So this is called carrion flower, and when this plant is chewed, your skin will begin to bubble with pockets of a noxious gas that pressurizes just under the surface of your skin. After chewing it, the next time that you are hit by a melee attack, the attacker has to make a save to avoid becoming nauseated.
Does that affect party members too?
Only the person that hits you.
Cool. All right, yeah, I'll take that too.
Last thing he shows you, these are the description of this. Think like a mushroom from Super Mario, like white colored stalk, red cap.
Some amanita.
Yes, actually, fly amanita is what this is called.
Nice.
The cap is speckled with white and yellow clumps of material, spores most likely, and the use of this is that you apply it to a weapon and it acts as a poison.
Love it. Take it.
All right, so fly amanita for sure. Do the others appeal to you at all, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some carrion flower too.
All right, sounds good. How many of each?
I'll do 5 of each.
5 of each. All right.
How potent is the poison of the amanita?
So the effect of the poison, it dazes when the save is failed. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then yeah, the DC, I'll put that on there. It's a decent DC. But all total, so 20 for the other one, and then he says, yeah, you can just give me 10 gold for the rest. We'll call it good.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So yeah, he takes your money, gives you a bag with everything in it, and sends you on your way. And he says, yeah, hope you come back sometime. I always got some interesting things for people such as yourself.
Awesome.
All right.
Can I brew these into potions and make them stronger by any chance?
I mean, you could try.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Sorry, had to yawn. Okay. Yeah, any other business for anybody else in town?
I have to before I go to Vorvashali, I want to go head off into the woods in order to get some wood for a to make wood armor for ironwood. I figure on the way there, like me and Dreep can go check on the farm, go plant some drugs that he wants to.
Sure, yeah. So yeah, you go ahead into the forest, or right. Yeah. You go collect some more wood to make some armor. Go ahead and make a survival check to determine suitable wood and gather it.
Guidance. Excellent. 32.
Okay. Yeah, so you find basically a very sturdy looking tree. The wood from it, as you notice that there are some fallen branches that came from it. Um, Not sure how long they've been sitting there, of course, but seems pretty recent. The wood on these branches seems sturdy yet also pliable, and so you feel that it could be just what you need. So you go ahead and you hack down the tree, and you immediately take to using your wood shave spell to fashion it into armor that is about your size.
Then I cast Ironwood.
All right, yeah, and sure enough, it the wood gains a much more fortified feel to it, um, giving the appearance of being metallic. However, of course, it still presents as wood. But yeah, it's certainly better than it was.
Excellent. I'm gonna enchant it later, but for now, I told Dream that I go help with him on the this little drug farm to see if we can improve it, if we can make more stuff, if we can start harvesting to see what's up with it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll be honest, for the life of me, I can't remember what was planted there, but given that it's been a bit in game time at least, um, you arrive, and the plants that you have uh, put there, um, I would say they're probably not quite ready to be harvested yet, but they're close. If I had to guess, I would say like probably like 2 weeks.
Nice.
What did I plant again?
Dude, you got me. I'll have to try to find it in my notes. I'll try to find my notes after.
If they're not ready to harvest, got anything to want planting?
I don't actually, but next time I go to Pillbug, I'll ask him for some spores or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. That's where I got a bunch of my old healing herbs from. Pretty legit.
Yeah, he has some good stuff. I think I can make a truth serum with powdered order and fly amanita. Might work.
Oh damn. Alright, last thing I plan on doing is that I need to get my new breastplate enchanted. Come with me to Vorvashali?
Okay. So Vorvashali's. All right. Anyone else who needs to go to Vorvashali? Oh, actually, for those, well, for Urslan at least, her spider silk armor is probably still a couple days out. But yeah, anyone else who wants to go can certainly go. Should I assume Cade wants to go there? Somebody talk to me, please.
To be fair, Kay just said she'd be right back.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, Cade wants to go there. Allie's been like whispering me items and stuff, so I'll put Cade in there.
Nice.
I forgot this dog thing was still on the map. All right. So, Dino, you and Cade walk in. There's Vorvashali is just chilling on the couch down there, just drinking a cup of coffee and kicking back on this moon day morning here. But he sees you walk in and he gets up and he says, "Well, never too early to make some money. What's up? What do you guys need?"
Hey, Vorvashali, long time no see. How do you feel about a big fuck off magical spike chain that an ogre used?
It sounds like story time to me. What's the lore?
Alright, so you know the place Turtleback Ferry?
For the name, kind of a backwater, not a lot going on, but I hear it's nice in the summer.
Yeah, apparently some ogres think so too, as they about roughly I'm not overestimating, like at least 40 of the damn things in this one fort that they stole from.
Hmm. Sounds like some nasty characters.
Very nasty. But Dream, our fucking madman, decided let's drug absolute shit out of their alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, that's uh that's something a crazy person would do. Certainly. Did it
Did it
work?
work?
It worked wonders. About half of them were intoxicated and fighting other ogres.
Damn. That's impressive.
So after
Crazy.
that, we got some shocker lizards to clean up the rest of them. And this spike chain was what the leader used. And he called himself Daddy for some reason.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Ogres, well, let's just say ogres are never going to be winning any intelligence contests, if you know what I mean.
Well, they will not, but they hit hard. And with his spike chain, he definitely sure did. He practically killed one of the people that was with us.
Hmm.
Oh wait, hold on. Gate has that. The Bane spike chain. My I just realized that I have like one I just took from Cade's the one with it, so I'm just imagine I'm just talking up Cade's chain.
I'm just gonna hand it over to you.
Yeah, this is the it's the ogre hook.
Yeah, I'll just hand it over. That's fine by me.
Rather than the spike chain. But yes. So yeah, you hand it over, and as you might expect, Vorvashali is impressed with the size of it as well as the make of it. He sets down on the table behind him, and he just says, "Yeah, That's a hell of a find and a story. You guys have left me with no shortage of good stories in these short months. So, what sort of deal are we looking to do here? He looks
I'm
towards Cade.
thinking either. Oh, go ahead.
He looks towards Cade and he says, well, "You've already left me that topaz. I haven't heard back from any of my guys yet, but I imagine they were, enjoying a nice weekend off. So I'm sure I'll hear back from them soon. I know you were looking for some certain items."
He just kind of perks up and says, "Well, I've been looking for a circlet of persuasion and a sadist slash, but uh, or also a magical tattoo artist if you know of any, because someone I know is looking for something." And yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Magical tattoos, huh? Uh, sadly, I'm not the guy to know about that. But
Cade nods in understanding.
about your circlet, let me take a look. And he goes through his supplies. Here we go. Wondrous items. I'm looking for. All right. He comes up with a couple of different um, items that appear to be something you'd wear on your head. Uh, there are there's one in particular that kind of catches your eye. It's not he says right away that this one is not necessarily the item that you're looking for. Um, but what you see is it's a crown made of steel, and all throughout the crown, like the whole circumference of it, um, it appears to have these like adornments that look like miniature mithril swords.
Fascinated by it and asked to inspect it closer.
Sure, roll spellcraft.
Guidance.
Okay. So Vorvashali sees you looking at it, and he sees that you're having some trouble making heads or tails out of it, and so he jumps in. He says, "Well, as you might guess, this is it's called the Crown of Swords. Um, I'm actually not sure where my supplier got this one. He didn't seem to have too many details on it. I don't know. Maybe somebody gave it to him. Maybe he found it somewhere that is a little shady. At any rate, basically, you can use this to sort of counterattack those that uh, do harm to you. The way this actually works is the crown can be used up to 10 times per day. When you are struck, you may spend one use as your immediate action, and it will create a longsword shaped spiritual weapon that will then attack whoever hit you. Um, on your next turn, if you would like to continue using it, you can spend a sword for each additional round that you want the spiritual weapon to, if you want it to continue attacking the target. It also allows you to, let's say you already have one out and you get hit again, you can use it. You can use it then as long as you have a reaction. Then you'll have two of them. The spiritual weapon, once it's created, cannot be redirected, and it disappears if the target is killed or if it moves out of range.
I mean, that's pretty goddamn awesome. How much does that cost?
He looks at you and says, This one's about 6,000. Let's see. Just so I can get through some other things that he might have. He has. This one kind of looks like. It's called a Jingasa. It's like a war hat. This one, he says, it's called the Jingasa of the Fortunate Soldier. This hat in particular looks like it has been battle worn a bit. Vorvashali assures you that the magic is still present. And then he goes into some a bit of a long-winded story about how this hat was salvaged from a battle, and thanks to his suppliers has made its way here. The mechanics are he doesn't even like give you a chance to like inspect it yourself. He's just rambling about his story, and then he goes like, oh yeah, this is what it does. So he tells you that it grants you a +1 deflection bonus to AC. If you are struck by a critical hit or a sneak attack, you can spend your immediate reaction to negate the critical hit or sneak attack. It functions exactly as the fortification armor special ability, except it doesn't require a roll. However, the negating a crit or sneak attack can only be used once. And then that part of it is gone. However, it continues to provide you the +1 deflection to AC. And this one he sets at a price point of 5,000. The next
They're
sorry,
both 5,000.
that one is 5,000. The Crown of Swords is 6,000.
Okay.
The next thing he pulls out is literally just like a plague mask. He just tells you that this one he gives you the price, and it's more than the other two. It's like 7,500. He says that, as you might expect, this is meant to prevent diseases and deal with diseases, illnesses, things like that. The mask itself is the beak is ceramic. It would cover like your whole like nose and mouth area of your face, and it has a pair of goggles attached to it. The goggles themselves are not magic. They can be replaced with any other goggle or eye slot item that you might have. The mask itself gives you a +4 to saving throws against disease. Once per day, the user can use the magic of the mask to cast Remove Disease. And then finally, he digs down to the very bottom of the box that he got all this stuff out of, and he pulls out what looks like a thin and delicate looking silver headband. And he says, I don't remember this one being in my order, but sometimes my suppliers get a little sloppy with their work. I'll take it. No idea what it does though. Let me take a look at it. And he's gonna do a spellcraft of his own. And Vorvashali rolls a. That's really high. Okay. So yeah, he looks it over and kind of just tosses it to you, and he's like, "This would be perfect for you. Take a look."
I'm gonna look it over.
Spellcraft.
Guidance.
15. That's good enough. So yeah, this is indeed a circlet of persuasion.
I'd beam at him and I go, "How much? How much? How much? How much?" I'm bouncing up and down.
Well, it's interesting. Again, this wasn't on the list of stuff that I was supposed to be getting, and
Kay just starts pulling random stuff out of the bag of holding and sliding it on the counter. Kind of looking at Dino, being like, "Is he gonna yell at me? Is this?"
well, you've already left me the topaz. And well, if you want to trade that weapon, that ogre hook, let's see. That would be
I could also trade you the +1 hide armor. It's also very large. And then I actually go, "Wait a second." Then I look at Dino, and then I look back at the armor, and then look back at Dino, and I go, "Do you think we could reinforce Chomper's armor with this?"
so Chomper
I'm
has.
gonna immediately say no. Chomper can't use medium armor.
It's large.
Hide armor is medium armor. Chomper can only use light armor.
It
Oh,
came
yeah,
off of an ogre, and it was told that it was large. It literally.
Well, no, it's
okay.
it's large size, but hide is like medium class armor.
Oh, I understand. Sorry, I was taking things too literally.
All good.
Okay, calm down. I'm pretty sure that he's willing to trade just the Ogre Herc and the Topaz for what you want. So hold off on the armor and then sell it for something else.
All right, so let me just.
Could you see like half this armor like sticking out of a bag of holding, me like trying to shove it back inside?
So yeah, just to price it out, he looks at you and he's like, honestly, value wise, that for the ogre hook alone is fair to me. That seems like a good 1-for-1.
Okay, just kind of looks a little bit in disbelief and just then immediately learns not to argue and just says, "Oh, okay." And let's go with the ogre hook and to Vorvashali's hand.
This is great. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to find that. I'm sure it's going to serve you well. Yeah, I mean, if you still want to sell me the armor, we can figure something out with that too. If you wanted to sell it or if you want to put it towards something else.
Sure, I would be definitely interested in selling it. I'm looking to get a few other things. The status lash would be an amazing thing to find before we headed out to confront these giants. But if anything else, then I could just use the money to get us some more potions and anything else anyone else would need for reinforcements. So Kay just kind of pulls off everything I have to sell, pretty much.
My God, I didn't really okay, so yeah, he wow. Now I was looking at like the cost of a status lash. Yeah, he doesn't have that, but
I didn't think he did. That's why I said help me find one.
He says that he same as before, he can certainly reach out to his people and see if they can come up with one. As far as the armor, the hide armor, he says yeah, I mean this is worth about 1,000.
Okay.
Is it like ogre sized?
It is, yeah, and large size increases the value of it. So yeah, that's to account for that.
Oh yeah, right.
I gave Dino the other topaz and jasper I had, so I don't have those anymore.
Well, the topaz you had left with.
Yeah, that's
with
what I meant.
Vorvashali,
Sorry. Yeah, the jasper I gave.
The jasper
to him.
you gave to Dino, yes.
So then I'm gonna ask if Vorvashali is interested in the ivory dice set or the darkwood and platinum music box, because that thing brought me no joy.
I mean, I would say it only brought you no joy because Urslan shot you.
But still, either way, I'm just looking for things of value, and then as well as the scroll of telekinesis, I'm gonna look at Dino and go, should we hold on to that?
Refresh my memory. What does that do?
Lets us talk inside our heads.
So yeah, telekinesis is it's a spell. It is most likely to be a successful casting if Cat does it based on what classes have access to this spell. It allows you to do one of three different things. You can utilize it as a sustained force, which can move large objects. If the object is in the possession of a creature, then the creature gets a will save or spell resistance against it. The second option is you can use it to perform a combat maneuver, bull rush, disarm, grapple, or trip against a target. Spell resistance does apply, but there is no saves. You just roll a combat maneuver bonus. Plus, or no, I'm sorry, the bonus is it's your caster level plus if you are since Cat would be casting it most likely, or if you want to try to cast it, you'd use your charisma. So your level plus charisma as a combat maneuver to do one of those things. The final thing you can do is you can it's just called violent thrust. You can basically hurl an object, one object or creature per caster level within range, not exceeding a total weight of 25 pounds per caster level. So basically, you then would be lifting up these objects with your mind, and then you would be making attack rolls to chuck those items at something. You get your base tag bonus plus your charisma modifier. And then if the thrown object is a weapon, it does whatever damage it does. Other objects, if they are less dangerous, then they deal 1 point of damage per 25 pounds, whereas a hard, dense object would deal 1d6 per 25 pounds. So here, I'll actually just, because that was
ever use that, we have to make sure there's a dick-shaped object close by.
Yeah, oh, you already did it. Yeah, you already shared the link. Yeah, it's just a giant fucking word salad of a spell, but it's all there. If anyone wants to look at it, rather.
So yeah, I'm looking at Dino and just going, hold on, Cell, hold on.
So I'm just gonna recommend that don't sell it unless you've found something that you want. Don't sell it just because.
Kay just kind of puts it away then. So yeah, then Kay's just gonna sell the hide armor, the dice, the music box, and then yeah, that's it actually. The hunter's headband actually, I'm also gonna sell because I took that off.
Okay, so let's see. Vorvashali tallies up the amount that he would be paying you. And right, Hunter's Headband, gotta add that in too. Hunter's Band, yeah. Wow, okay. All right.
Kate isn't hoarding so much anymore.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So yeah, Vorvashali thinks about it and he's like, well, this is a lot more gold than I have on hand. So, would you want, just want to just put it on credit? Do you want to look for
Yeah,
any other?
Kate's gonna put it on credit and say, I'm looking for that sadistic lash. And if you find anyone else who knows how to do magical tattoos, let me and Ursula both know.
I certainly will. Always a pleasure doing business.
Kate nods and then grins at Dino and says, also, well, if Dino needs anything, you can put that towards that too.
Gives you a nod, just says very good.
Vorvashali, quick question.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
I know you can add enhancements to armor, but roughly how high can you enchant?
Well, truth be told, I'm not the greatest in the world. You know, I wasn't too much of an adventuring type like you folks, so my skills haven't developed as much as some others. You know, I can do the basics. Nothing crazy.
Can you do a +2 armor out of curiosity?
Well, I mean, suppose I could try. Actually, let me remind myself of something real quick here. So, oh, that's right. I basically homebrewed him so that he can enchant stuff. So thinking it over, let me just remind myself of what. Okay, that's a +1. He's kind of like scratches his beard a little bit and he's like, truth be told, I don't think I've ever tried to make anything super powerful like that. I mean, first time for everything, I guess, but I don't know. I wouldn't want you to spend a whole bunch of hard-earned money and then have me screw it up for you. I'd feel bad. I like you guys. But if you trust me, I'll try.
Trust you.
All right. Very good. What are you looking for then?
So I take off my iron wooded breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
I make myself some new armor because, of course, if I'm going to be facing stone giants and God knows what else face to face, I'm going to need some more armor. So if you can make this a +2, that'd be great. And how does a +1 spike chain that one of the ogres used, as well as my own +1 hide armor I used to wear?
Okay. Well, let's see. If we're just making this into a regular +2. Price wise, let me do my little napkin math here. Spike chain. 325. 325. Magic weapon. 23. He says, yeah, I mean we can do this. I would say with your old armor coming out of the cost and this pretty nice spike chain coming out of the cost. I'd say it'd be about 1,000 gold on top.
Shit. All right, give me one moment. Kate, mind doing me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't have enough gold on hand because literally just about all the gold I have, I need for the other item I'm making.
Sure. What do you need? Kay just kind of opens up their pouch right in front of Dino and just like offers.
Sure, a +1 hide armor from one of the ogres since it's large size would make it fair.
Yeah,
Uh,
didn't Cade just give that over as part of like the credit?
yeah.
Oh, so yeah, the credit's established already, and the total credit. I know I didn't actually tell you how much it was.
That's why I froze because my brain went. I don't know how
yeah,
to say
no,
yes to this,
I'm
but the
sorry.
answer is yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you plenty. Like you can easily cover that.
Yes.
With the credit.
Definitely 100%.
I think I'd have to actually math it out again, but I think it came out to like 9,000 credit or something like that.
I'm very down for that.
You're the
So-
best, Cade.
All right, cool. So yeah, knocking
Cade
Grant off
grins.
that. All right, so you hand over your ironwood. Vorvashali is gonna do his best to get the enchantment that you want for just a basic +2. He tells you basically the usual turnaround time for his magical enchanting services. So figure roughly a week. He said there's a chance he could have it done maybe by the end of the week, based on the cost. He mentions that he's not really working on too much right now, so he can mostly give this his full attention.
Take your time. Oh, Cade, one more thing.
Yeah. What's up?
You helped me a bunch recently, so I'm gonna give you one item that I think you're desperately gonna need.
Kate just looks over.
I take off my certain gloves that pretty much meld into my hand, so it's really hard to tell that I'm wearing gloves. And I'm giving Cade a whisper to players.
/W and then either the person's name or the character's name. It you'll see like little names pop up. It'll be like an autofill. You'll be able to just click which one you want.
Not that.
Oh shit. Kate just grins and just thanks him and says, "Wow, yeah, I didn't. Yes, definitely, yes." And then immediately puts them on.
The spell restraint of those is that they melt in your hand, so it's really hard to tell that you're wearing gloves. And not only will it work with really anyone trying to use crossbows, guns, wink wink, really anything of that matter, as long as they're small enough. But hopefully that'll help you have a certain someone stop picking on you as much.
That's fucking hilarious. I know exactly what's going on here. That's hilarious.
Kate just kind of nods happily and puts them on and says no more of it and tries to keep them melded in and not really clearly visible.
All right. You guys doing anything else here, or?
Let me see. I got my armor. Well, now that I think about it, I'm pretty much armorless for a while, so after this, I'm just gonna go back in the woods and get me a backup wooden thing again. But I'm not gonna ironwood it because I don't have that spell anymore. But just extra backup armor in case I get into another fight.
All right, so yeah, you head back into the forest. Takes you like an hour or so to find and chop down another suitable tree. You take care to not cut down like a really old tree. You kind of go a little bit closer to like sapling size, but it's enough wood to fashion the suit of armor for yourself.
See you, Cade. Gotta go.
He just kind of does a double take and then just goes bye.
Oh, I'm in the forest. As I chop down, like, who knows how? Like I chopped down what 28 tons worth of trees. So I'm gonna start spending my time to start replanting.
Dino cares about his local forests. We love to see that.
It would be a pretty shitty druid if I didn't.
That's correct. All right. So, yeah, I guess if there is no other business in and around town, if you guys are okay with this, I will skip ahead a couple days just to get to at least when Ursulin's thing is done. So if everyone's cool with that, then
I have nothing else.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
okay. So we're gonna move ahead. Let's see, 2 days. So it is now wheel day. You guys are, just doing your usual thing, kind of milling about the tavern, going around town, seeing your friends. At this point, Ursulin thinks to head on over to the Feathered Serpent to check in on what she's working on. And okay, Leah's still muted. That's fine.
Speak to us, Ursulin.
What am I doing?
We're skipping ahead to when you can pick up your armor.
I have armor?
Yes, the spider silk armor that you left to get enchanted.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You doing okay? Just I don't know, like you just, I don't know, you sound.
I'm wiped from work today. I had a very racist person that I had to deal with who was telling me that because I'm white, I worship the devil.
Oh, that's nice.
And white people only want money, apparently. I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, that's news to me, but more power to him, I guess. But yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you go to Vorvashali. He has your suit of armor ready for you, as you asked for a spell storing enchantment, and it's a +1 set of spider silk. So that is now yours. As a reminder of how spell storing works as an enchantment, let me pull it up. Okay, so yeah, as this the way this armor works, you may store a single touch spell of up to 3rd level. within the armor. Anytime a creature hits you with a melee attack or a melee touch attack, you can expend the spell from the armor as your immediate action if you desire. Once the spell is expended from the armor, of course, you can then put a new spell inside of it if you want. So, pretty simple. Gives you +1 to your AC on top of what Spider Silk already does.
Okay.
And let me make sure that the numbers are right here. So we have this, and then four, 6, 8. Okay, yeah, that's all right. So yeah, this brings your AC up to, it's actually wrong. It was actually wrong on the overlay, so let me fix that. And yeah, so it brings your AC up to a 23.
I don't think there's anything I could sell. I heard them selling stuff before.
Yeah, so let's see. In your inventory currently,
I know I have those musical sheets from when we dealt with what's her face?
oh yeah, the book of
The Dryad.
yeah, the book of stuff that was recovered from the sunken shipwreck in the Shimmerglens. Yeah.
Have that, the musical sheets, something else.
I can very easily go back and find what that's worth if you want him to take a look at it.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
Oh, Tim, quick question.
Yes.
Now I have enough money for the
Please go
Hitman
away.
of Inspired Wisdom, so is it alright that I asked Dream to start helping me on that?
Yeah. Which one are you going for again? The +2.
+4.
+4. Okay, so that's gonna. So obviously that is going to carry. That's going to carry a longer time to create it. However, let's see here. Headbands.
Thought about it, and while strength is definitely very good, but Dana wants more wisdom.
Yeah, I mean it's respectable. Okay, so it's going to take a total of 8 days to craft it, given the cost. This would also require one of you preparing Owl's wisdom on each of those 8 days.
I can easily do that.
Okay. So then, yeah, we'll say that you get the two of you get started on that. As far as what the songs are worth, here we go.
Why is McAfee on my computer?
All right, I got it. So, Vorvashali looks it over, and he says, "You know, I'm not much of a musician myself, but you know me, I like to collect weird things, and I do get some rather eccentric noble types coming through here on occasion. I could definitely sell this to one of them." Well, as usual, earlier on, some of your friends came through, and you guys kind of always manage to clean me out of whatever gold I have in the store. So I can certainly give you a pretty sizable amount of credit towards anything you might want to buy here. Let's say I can put it at. Wow, this is really something special. This book. 3,000.
Really?
Yeah, really. I
Wow.
mean, he's like, yeah, I can sell this to one of those stuck up types for at least 5.
Nice. Yeah, I'll put it towards credit of something. What do you got?
Well, if you wouldn't mind just giving me an idea of what you might be looking for, I can. I've got. It's a bit of a mess in here, as you can see. I've got boxes everywhere. I can just start thumbing through things.
Um, you got any scrolls or something like that? I don't know.
Hmm.
Anything that might pique my interest.
Scrolls. Well, okay, sure. I can look for some scrolls.
Like one that might summon the devil or something.
His eyes go a little wide at that suggestion, and he says, "Okay, didn't realize that you had gone in that direction."
It was just go back to that picture I sent you, Tim.
Yeah, it was it was just a prank, bro. No, yeah, he looks through and he says, yeah, I mean, I've got got something here. He pulls and just silently reads the scroll to himself, and he says, "Yeah, this could work." It's a scroll of Summon Monster 3, which
Monster thing already.
I
Don't I?
believe is on your spell list. So
Yeah.
you should be
So I
able.
could just be able to just cast that. How long does that last for?
So Summon Monster 3. Well, yeah, like one of the kind of base conditions of being able to use a scroll is like that it's on your spell list. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, so it a summoned creature lasts for 1 round per caster level.
so mine would last 3 rounds.
Five
No, 5
rounds.
rounds.
Okay, so some examples of things you would be able to summon with this scroll. You could summon an ape, a cheetah, a crocodile, dire bat, a leopard, a shark.
Sounded like a lot of why okay. I'm sorry, is it random? Because you
No.
said
You
shark.
choose. You choose.
Okay, you said shark, and I'm just like, imagine just randomly summoning a creature, and you're in the middle of like the forest, and just a shark appears.
And then there are some other. There's also an alternative list here that can be used. So for example, if you wanted to summon some kind of like aberration, there is a you could summon a choker with that. You
That would
could
have killed me last time. Or was that? That was a shadow.
That was a
Never mind.
shadow. You could summon a blink dog. You could summon a psychopomp, and apparently an iron cobra construct is an option for this too.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'll probably take that just so that I don't have to prep that spell and I could just cast it.
Okay. Yeah. So he has one of those scrolls. That's only like a few hundred. So you have like
Okay.
still a lot of credit left. I can start just
I
like
don't.
rolling up wondrous items, and we can see what.
Yeah, just do that.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that then.
I feel bad because we always wipe this guy out of everything.
I mean, I don't mind. I think it's kind of fun, like rolling this stuff. Okay, so let's go with this table here because it is around your price range, at least for the credit.
I'm just saying that if I ever DM'd and my party ever pissed me off, I would create that that thing that I showed you.
All right, so the first item he pulls out for you, it is a wooden mask that it kind of it depicts a face of kind of like a miserly type character. The face looks like it's sunken, the nose is turned up. Um, and he looks at you and he says, I know that you and your friends are into some of the weirder stuff, and I think this falls under that category. Um, nobody I show this to ever wants it, but I don't know.
Wonder why.
Maybe you could figure it out.
I inspect it.
Yeah, you can roll spellcraft, and if you roll low, then
I mean, can I not just do that too?
Well, yes, but you still have to roll spellcraft to like. That just tells you that it's magic, and then you roll spellcraft to see what it does. As far as the aura on it, it is a divination aura.
Yeah, my spellcraft was really low, so I don't think it's on.
So yeah, he sees you looking it over, and he obviously watched you cast your detect magic. You seem to be struggling to figure it out, so he explains it. This is called a Miser's Mask. The mask, when worn, it grants you the scent ability, much like what Chomper has, except you can only use the scent ability to locate coins and gems. Each type of gem, as well as each level of quality of gem, has its own unique aura to you while you're wearing it. And while you're wearing the mask, you gain a +5 to any appraise checks made to determine the value of gems.
Slam style.
Nice.
I'll take it. This sounds like something I would fucking wear. Just to fucking annoy people that I'm wearing a mask and they'd be like, this gem smells tasty.
I have some thoughts on this item, and I will share those off stream. And you'll
on the mask?
Yeah.
Or the one that you're about to tell me?
No, the mask. That mask. I mean.
All right. But what else is there? Because I also got some money to give him if the other wondrous item you rolled is good.
So yeah, he explains
as good as the mask that smells gems.
He explains that cost wise, that mask would basically just like the credit that you have would cover it. Okay. Like that would just be like the rest of your credit for that mask. Other items he has. Oh. Okay. So, all right, we're in this neck of the woods here, and oh my goodness. All right, here we go. So you might instantly not be interested in this one, but he pulls out a pair of boots, which you've gotten before, or like a pair. Rather, you've gotten different pairs of boots, but yeah, this is another different pair of boots. He said he looks at you.
Winterlands or
no, it's not one that you've already had, but it's like another pair of like magic boots.
I have those.
Yeah, he looks at it and he looks at you. He's like, you like running and jumping around a lot? Says, well,
yeah.
Says, well, if you do, these might be a good purchase. And he goes ahead and explains to you that these are boots of striding and springing. These boots increase your base land speed by 10 feet. And they give you a +5 to acrobatics.
Yeah, I'll take. Can I trade my boots of the Winterlands for those? Oh, plus some gold, of course, but like trade boots to cover most of the cost.
These are a good bit more expensive than those boots. Just as a
I know, but can I trade them in as credit?
Well, yeah, you could, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he assesses the value of both pairs of boots and says, "Well, I mean, I got to tell you, it's gonna be going to be quite a bit more on top. I'd put it at like 3,000 gold.
I
More.
got that. I'm pretty sure. A platinum piece is 10 gold, right?
Yes, correct.
All right. Well, I'll just use my gold for right now. I'll give him 3,000 gold.
All right. So yeah, he
Need boots.
takes that from you, and he'll show you one more item. Let me re-roll that just because that's an item we've already seen before. You already have that item that I just rolled. Okay, here we go. So he pulls out a robe, and this robe has first of all, it's like a jet black color robe. It is it has a hood, and it has from the bottom of the sleeves, which are rather loose, there are 3 razor sharp needles that are protruding from each side at the bottom of the sleeve.
Mm.
With your detect magic is still active, going. This one radiates evocation magic, and he explains to you that this is a very aptly named robe of needles.
Wow.
Functionally, you can expend one of the needles um, as a ranged touch attack, much like firing a gun. Each of the needles counts as a thrown weapon with a range increment of only 10 feet. If the needle hits, it embeds itself in the flesh of the target. It deals 1 point of piercing damage and 1 point of bleed damage. Bleed damage is taken every turn. It's like a dot.
Yeah.
A creature can pull out.
That sounds like something I would wear.
A creature can pull the needle out as a full round action, which ends the bleed effect. The needle is destroyed if an attack with it misses, or when it is removed from something that it was embedded in. And every morning the robe regrows all spent needles.
Yeah, I want that.
He says that it can be yours for another 1,000 gold.
You got it. I'm giving to 100 platinum.
All right. So yeah, that's a pretty good haul of items.
I look at him and I say, I'm not telling anybody what this robe does.
He does.
And I promptly just smile widely.
He does like the my lips are sealed like hand motion, and just says, "Your secret's safe with me, kiddo."
Good. Oh, I still have that leather arm. No, that's just in my AC items. Never mind. What was that thing that I get for wearing light armor?
Is it your? I think it's your. I think it's your dodge class feature. Let me see here. Or nimble rather, not dodge. Yeah, you gain nimble. You gain a +1 to dodge as long as you're wearing light or no armor.
Okay. So it's dodge. That's the one.
Yeah, it's a dodge bonus.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go prepare myself for whatever's to come.
All right, cool. So, if there's no other business, I can, skip ahead again, and we can get to, I guess, when Dino's thing is ready.
I'm good.
All right, cool. So 2 more days pass. It's now Fire Day. This is so weird. Why is... I don't know why, but here, I gotta... There we go. Now this should work. Okay. I fixed it. I fixed the problem. For some reason, the vision on your token got turned off, and that was what was causing the issues, but it should be good now. All right, so on Fire Day, Dino, you think to check in on Vorvashali, and sure enough, he's just putting the finishing touches on your newly enchanted suit of ironwood armor. And I mean, it looks great. The wood has sort of like a nice sheen to it, as if he had like applied some kind of like finish to it himself. I mean, it's magic, of course, but looks pristine and ready to go.
For Vorvashali, was it successful?
He looks at you and he looks back at the armor and he just says, "I think so. It felt like I did everything right, so I'm pretty sure I nailed this one."
Amazing. I gotta put it on.
Yeah, I mean, you put it on and it fits like a glove. You know, you do your usual, you do like a little bit of like, you know, light stretching and a little bit of, you know, run in place, a little calisthenics basically, just to make sure that you can move around well in it. And yeah, sure enough, you can. Feels like it's pretty natural to you.
Now this is nice. Thanks a lot, Vorvashali.
Hey, yeah, anytime, man. It's always nice to get to try new things. And you know, you guys keep giving me business,
Speaking of
so
new things. No kidding. Speaking of new things, we're about to go attack a whole stronghold full of giants, so that's definitely new, I suppose.
yeah, I mean, good luck with that. That's that's a bit out of my it's a bit above my pay grade, but you know, you guys, your reputation precedes you at this point. You know, you've all done so much for this town, and I don't know, if it were up to me, I would have already had the statues commissioned, but we'll see if we can maybe convince the mayor to get that done.
That would be pretty nice, but personally, I like the money going to swords somewhere else, and then I raise a hand, like in a fist, like, we got this. Take care, Vorvashali.
Yeah, man, I trust that you do. Stay safe out there.
Alright, now Tim,
Yes,
is it actually +2?
it actually is +2. Yes,
Yes.
he did it right.
Congrats.
So, you have your armor. You have well, all of you have a whole bunch of new shit.
His AC is now 22. Let's go.
Let's go.
Nice.
I'm all for it.
+2 ironwood. Okay. So, interestingly enough, you guys, as the day passes a bit, in the afternoon. Okay, so breastplate. Yeah, all right, so that's all correct. Yeah, so days going by. It's the afternoon now. I'd say probably like 2 o'clock or so. You guys are just hanging out at the tavern, having some drinks, getting a little late lunch. And then you hear the sounds of someone who's angry coming from outside, and several sets of footsteps are
British are coming.
approaching the tavern, and then you notice that the footsteps are then starting to get further away as they walk on by.
Ambulance that drives past you.
Yes, very much so. This is a classic.
Doppler effect.
Yes. We know the scientific terms for things in this stream here. So yeah, you gonna learn today, viewers.
It also works with colors. Just saying.
Good to know.
Works with colors. Interesting.
Yeah, the Doppler effect is, well, not colors, but light and sound. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, air science.
Didn't know that part. That's cool. Okay, so like I said, there are a few different sets of footsteps that are going by the Rusty Dragon, with an angry voice accompanying them. Anyone who wants to roll perception can try to listen in on what's being said.
Going
Yeah.
for it.
I'm going for it.
Going for it.
Can I use guidance too?
Only one person can use guidance per cast.
Ah,
I
rolled a
know
4.
all.
I know nothing.
All right, so
I know all.
so the rest of you pick up like bits and pieces of what's being said, but Ursulin,
My elf ears.
Yes.
My elf ears picked that all up with them sonar. Right.
exactly. Ursulin really zeroes in on what's going on. The voice unmistakably belongs to the underhanded nobleman you'd been dealing with previously, Titus Scarnetti, and he is screaming obscenities and things like, unhand me and what's the meaning of this, and you're starting to gather that someone's arrested him, or someone is like taking him from his home. And sure enough, as they pass by this window over here, you see that there are two town guards basically just holding on to him and practically dragging him through the streets of Sandpoint in the direction of the garrison.
I just snicker.
Can I stealthily command him to like walk? I guess.
Uh,
Can I hex him?
okay, we gotta check some ranges here.
Wait, hold on. I think my range is 30 feet. For a hex.
Yeah,
and I could
so
choose.
you'd have to basically move close to the window.
I
to-
mean, I'll move close to the window,
But
and then I'll hex him.
But you could, yeah.
And I'll choose. What do I choose?
Evil
Um,
eye.
We'll do skill checks for him.
Okay. Roll that saving throw.
He probably makes it.
Yeah, he does. 23.
Bummer. Put jokes on him.
Yeah,
I'm
jokes.
gonna bungle him.
All right, so you could bungle him, and if Kate ends up casting command, then that would affect that save.
Yeah.
Can I command him to like approach like the guards instead of me?
Actually, no, it wouldn't affect it because it's a check. But I'll put some other penalty on. It's fine. You want to command? I'm sorry.
Like I want him because I want him to continue following with the guards because like I know he's trying to resist and pull away. So like I know I can command people to approach, halt, flee. So I kind of want him to like
So you want to command
approach, but approach the guards. Like you know what I mean? Like I want to command him to like so essentially be like, ah yes, I'm gonna continue with you guys.
What is will partial?
What if you instead of that? How about you? What if you tell him obey?
Wait, hold on.
I don't think
What does it
obey is a
mean-
command I can do.
What does it mean by will partial DC 14?
Oh yeah. So the hex. I'm sorry. I goofed. So your hex still sticks on a successful save. It just only lasts for 1 round rather than the 6
I was
rounds.
gonna say.
Sorry.
Or correction.
That's
I'll do
what
suggestion.
That means. Okay.
I'll do suggestion instead of command.
He can make another DC saving throw against the bungle though, but he'll take a -2 regardless.
So you want to put it on the -2 on saving throws then?
Well no, I have it on saving throws because of what Cade's gonna do.
What's I mean? Yeah, you choose which one to apply it to. So
I chose saving throws. Yeah, I'll choose saving throws, and then I'll bungle him just for shits and gigs.
all right. So I'll re-roll the save for the bungle. Natural 20.
God damn it.
Suggestion save. Staring or no?
Yes, of course.
All right. So yeah, you stared him through the window.
Yeah, that I thought implications of him creepily, stealthily staring at him because I don't want him to know that it's me.
We're both staring at him.
So 15 failure.
All right.
So the suggestion is to
Comply with the guards.
comply with the guards.
Peacefully. Yeah, peacefully.
So yeah, at that point, you watch as Titus stops dragging his feet, and ends up moving in lockstep with the guards, for yeah. I mean, the rest of the way it lasts for a long time with your level.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty much just suggesting that it's in his best interest for his safety to comply with the guards and to keep up with them and to not try to break away.
all right.
And that's all.
So yeah, to flavor this out, Urslan, Kate is like standing behind you, like kind of over your shoulder, and you see the magic get released through the window, going into Titus, and then yeah, you hear Kate basically say, "Listen, it's in your best interest to cooperate with them." And then his posture straightens up. He begins walking under his own power. The guards still hold on to him, of course, as he is bound at the wrists, but yeah, he doesn't go kicking and screaming anymore.
I give Ursula a high five as in like good quick thinking and excitement that we did it and it didn't like go disastrously.
Teamwork.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
My spells.
So, if with that now out of the way, Mako brings over another round of drinks for everybody, and she's kind of like craning her neck to kind of look in the direction of like Cade and Urslan, like, what's going on out there, guys?
Oh, fuckface is being arrested. Kate
Oh.
says nonchalantly.
Huh. I wasn't aware that Pseudo was back in town.
Kate just cackles a little bit at that.
But no, I think I know who you mean. I mean, good. Never liked that guy anyway.
Yeah, he hopefully will learn his lessons.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's true. Wonder what's going to happen to him. You know, if the rumors are true, I don't think we'll be seeing him for a while. I don't think they would keep someone that high profile here anyway.
He just kind of
You
looks at
know,
them and goes, "True. Didn't think of it that way."
Yeah, I mean, have to believe they'd ship him off to Magnamar.
Oh, fuck, Cade says.
What's wrong?
I don't trust Magnamar as far as I can throw it, and considering it's an entire city, I can't throw it at all.
That is an astute observation.
Cade just looks
I'm
at
gonna
Dino and
mention-
goes,
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
"Oh, what do you think we should do?"
Just shrug and say, well, there's one place around here that would absolutely take no bullshit from criminals. It's Macklemore.
Cade just feels a bit of reassurance from that.
Mako kind of she grabs like one of the mugs that was on the tray that she brought over because she realizes she made too many drinks, and so she's like, "Oh, one for me." And then she looks at Dino and says, "Yeah, you know, you're right. They really don't take any crap from over there. If I had to guess, someone probably killed my son of a bitch of a brother. Well, I mean, I shouldn't talk about my mom that way, but yeah, the prisoners in Magnamar, they don't mess around, and well, neither does the justice system there either."
True that.
It just kind of looks around and realizes that for once they probably didn't fuck this up.
Cade.
Sorry, what, Dino? Were you trying to say something? I thought I heard you.
I just said go Cade.
Oh, go
Oh.
Cade. Okay, I didn't hear the go. I was just like Cade. I just heard Cade. I was like, oh, some other conversations happening, but no one responded. So,
Like, my bad.
yeah, all good, all good. Okay, so yeah, with that, Mako then kind of just sits down at the table with you guys, given that it's basically like downtime in here now after the lunch rush, and she looks around and kind of quiets her voice a little bit, and she says, "Hey, you know, not to kind of rush you guys or anything, but what's what's happening today with you guys? Or how are the plans going?"
He just looks at Dino, it says the manor is still kind of smoking.
That doesn't sound good.
No, I figured we should probably check it out. I know it's probably still haunted and all, but I don't think ghosts can deal with fire.
Were you talking about Foxglove Manor or?
Kate, I couldn't tell if we could tell which manor was on fire or if we just saw the manors, or one of them were.
Well, no, it's the Scarnetti Manor wouldn't still be smoking. It's been 4 days.
No, I know. I was just like from when I was referencing it is what I was trying to do.
Okay. Gotcha.
And since we didn't know exactly which one was on fire, or at least at the moment, I made a kind of half-hearted joke as the
I gotcha.
ghost. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get it.
It was bad. That was a bad joke. It's okay.
It's my own fault. Okay.
Oh, not quite. Ghosts can resist physical damage, but something tells me burning affects everyone.
Kid agrees.
Mako is just like, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing you didn't try that against that dragon, though. Can't imagine that would have worked well.
Kid just kind of goes wide-eyed at the thought.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's never really a good idea to fight a dragon with what it's best at. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
True, but what if you're trying to show the dragon who's boss by beating it with its own weapon? Really send
Also
a message.
fair.
Well,
Also fair.
I don't know. I don't think that's the play. I've never really seen anyone successfully use fire against a red, for instance, or cold against a white. You get the idea. So on and so forth.
True, it's probably not a good idea, but if one's pulls it off, that really sends a message.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Still, haven't seen anyone do it, and if I'm being honest with you, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there, but I've never met someone foolish enough to try. But yeah, so back to the more pressing matter, I guess, is well, how's the strategizing looking for the Giants?
Well, the current plan is once all of our items are ready and we're at best capacity to take them on, the current plan is to teleport straight to where they are and kill them all from there.
I don't think they'd expect us just barreling in like that, at least.
And do what we do best, kill them one group at a time.
One group in particular, Kate says.
Like, it's the old case strategy. Fuck that one guy in particular.
And I also say choke points. Choke points are also advantageous.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me, I suppose if I were fighting giants, I would want to try to get them into as small space as I could. I gotta say, I could tell right from when I first met all of you that you were a bright bunch, but it really seems like you guys have grown a lot together. And, well, as someone who's had the privilege of watching most of it, it's really been nice to see. And you guys, well, I don't want to get too much into what I've been through, but I think it's fair to say that you guys have started to light that fire in me again.
Ada extends a hand to Mako and then like pulls her into a hug.
Yeah, she gives you a very warm embrace. She's just thrilled to have the kind of friendship that you've all given her over the last couple of months. It's and you look over at Bathana, and you know she's starting to well up a little bit, just like happy tears seeing all this happening, because she knows just how long Mako had kind of been like down for after her adventuring sort of ended. But yeah, it's a very, very heartwarming kind of scene. All of you in there just making a Mako feel really inspired by all the hard work and good deeds that you've all done.
I promise Mako that we're gonna do our best to keep everyone safe and come back in one piece.
Good, because I have a lot more food and drink to give you all for free. And she like breaks out into laughter.
He laughs with her.
Right. Well, it seems like you guys have an idea of what you're doing. I guess the next question I have to ask of you is when?
Very soon, it seems, Kate says.
The last thing on our objective is an item me and Dream are making. Should make my spells more potent. And that's gonna be nice.
Oh, yeah, please tell me more. I love hearing about the things you guys are working on.
Well, long story short, is as a druid, I cast my spells through wisdom that I've gathered over the years and through the power of nature. So this item should greatly enhance my wisdom, therefore greatly enhance my spells.
Do we have everything for that?
Yep. We've been working on it for the last few days because I do have enough money for it. Just barely, but we are golden.
Hey.
Well, speaking of items, Lily, come here real quick.
Huh?
I have a phylactery of positive channeling that I have here, and I think you would make the best use out of it.
Okay.
Just like, it's
You
just,
look so taken aback, everyone. You're like, is this a trap? Am I am I gonna fall apart to the ground?
just like, okay.
That's
Calm
adorable.
down. Chill out, Chili. Lily, it's not a prank. It's if you ever decide to use your channel ability for damaging undead, this will give some extra oomph to that attack.
I squint my eyelids.
Quick correction from the disembodied voice that you all hear as the DM. The bonus that is applied when using it to attack undead also applies to when it's used for healing.
Hey.
Oh.
So
That's even better.
So yes, no matter what you use your channel energy for, as long as you are wearing this phylactery, which is a headband slot item, just so you are aware, which I don't think you have any. Yeah, you don't have anything in that slot.
Take it.
Yeah,
take
it is a plus 2d6 to whatever the roll is.
Refresh my memory. What is the healing if she gets channel now?
What's the dice roll?
Yeah.
Well, it is. Let's see. Channel energy. This is going to become 8d6.
Jesus Christ. You're doing fireball damage worth of healing. God damn it.
So save us. Kate's just gonna look at you and just be like, I'm staying near you.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Kate's like, I am a walking death trap. I stay within range of you.
So yeah, it's
You're
every
just gonna attract danger to me.
every odd
You're the
level
frontliner, you'll
it
be
increases by 1d6. So we're at 6 and it becomes 8 with this item.
I'll take it.
Hey, I love that.
So let's see. I think I've already updated that. Let's roll it just for shits. And
Angels. Hey, 41 healing. Oh my god.
So many 5s and 6s.
yeah,
Yes!
yes, and that's
Oh.
again that is a 30-foot AoE heal.
I'm so excited. This is gonna be awesome.
I can heal everyone in the circle if I need to.
Yeah, you could.
I defend you at all costs, Kate just says.
Wait, I'm still in a tavern. Why is Lily healing people?
No.
Lily can heal people. Lily's
No,
testing to see the might of the magic.
Yeah, I rolled that for
AKA.
fun because
Oh.
Dino gave her an item that increases her healing from channel, as well as damage done to undead using channel. So yeah,
okay.
I was
I'm
testing it out.
confused.
So now Lily can now heal in a 30-foot radius for 8d6, and it can heal everybody at once who's standing within that 30 feet.
Fuck
You
yeah.
mean like
Yes.
that anime show?
I guess.
It's called.
That
I forgot what
I'm
it's
sorry.
called, but basically she maxed out her defense and she acquires a skill where it gives her an AoE defense buff, and basically anyone standing within the circle of her distance, I think it's 30 feet from her, basically takes no damage whatsoever. And any piercing damage that's dealt upon people within the circle is dealt directly to the AoE person.
Haven't thought of that, but that's kind of awesome.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah, that is
You
cool.
good?
And what's really funny is in the anime, the person with the AoE skill maxed out their defense, so nothing hits them.
So kind
So
of
basically, they're
one
the
of us.
ultimate shields.
So it's like the opposite of One Punch Man. So I can kill anything
it's
with my
many Punchmen.
yeah, I can kill anything with my fist versus nothing can hurt me.
I highly suggest watching it. It's on Hulu. Let me figure out what the name of it is.
And speaking of given items,
It's Bofuri.
I'm
Bofuri.
going to also give her the
Bofuri.
Sihedra medallion because I'm pretty sure everyone else either has one or has something else in their next slot.
What?
I have something on my
Sihedra
next slot.
medallion.
So Jareem has a medallion.
Do I have anything on my next slot actually?
I forget if
I
anyone
don't.
else. What? Sorry, what?
I don't have anything on my next slot.
Unless it's in your. No, nothing in your bag of holding is.
Yeah, no, I have nothing. Nothing in my next slot. Next slot.
See, I know. Yeah, I know. Dream has a Sahedra medallion that he's currently not using. Cat has a next slot item already, I believe.
What?
Next slot.
Next
Yeah,
slot.
that's all I've heard this whole time at this point.
Next slot. Yeah, Cat has a cloak of resistance, I believe. Yes. Oh no, that's a shoulder slot. It's not neck. So yeah, Cat doesn't have anything in neck slot. But yeah, so yeah, if you want to just give that to her, you can. I think that's what you said, right?
Yeah. Give you a +1 to all saves. Gotta keep the healer alive.
Yeet.
And you can cast False Life, which once per day, and I believe that just gives you 1d10 +5.
Temporary hit points. Yeah.
False life.
1d5. I mean,
no,
plus,
one
plus
it's 1d10 plus 5.
1d. Yeah, I mixed my brain just smashed that all together.
No worries.
That turned into all one word.
All right. Pardon me while I do sheet maintenance. Okay. So that's added to Lily's sheet. Bonuses included. Okay, cool. So now we have that show that we can look up. Appreciate the link there. Okay. So what do you guys want to do? Do we want to skip ahead some more? Do we want to
I'm on board with skipping ahead if everyone else
mobilize?
is.
I mean,
Can I just follow Dino everywhere?
sure.
You
Sounds
are
alright.
relatively new to Sandpoint. You would need someone to actually show you around. So if that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah, you would benefit from spending some time with someone who can show you where everything is in town. So yeah, that's
First I know the most. right now
Sandpoint
is
World
Dino
Tour.
Town.
Let's go.
Yep.
Sandpoint World Tour.
Dino edition.
Dino, give me your tour.
Okay, just kind of like
All right. You see that place right there? Useless. Moving on.
useless.
What were you pointing at?
Okay. You know what? Never mind. Who actually knows this town?
Jeez,
Thank you very much.
Cade laughs.
that
plays
was
it.
quick.
Cade laughs and goes, "Well, Dino actually knows it pretty well from living here for as long as he has at this point. But I kind of want to see how this goes. Dino is good at giving tours.
Can you two be my tour guides?
I nod my head yes and say if Dino wants to help, sure.
I will indeed help.
Yeah.
First thing you need to know is that the Rusty Dragon is hands down best tavern, and is the only tavern in town. Anyone who tells you otherwise are a bunch of gnomes. Don't listen to them.
Kay just spits out what's left of their drink and goes, "Okay, this is going to be an interesting tour. Not hearing any lies yet, but interesting tour."
Okay, going to the next location that we need to tell her about.
Kay just points and goes, "Well, there's a church that has like 6 different gods that people worship. There's a sheriff's house. There's the jail. Why am I going through that in that order? Oh dear. There's a few different taverns. I don't really go to any of them.
Well, there isn't. There are lies. They were led by a bunch of gnomes.
Oh yes, no, sorry. There are gnome lands here that we are banished from, as well as some pretty seedy merchants that you can get some very interesting cocktails and elixirs from, as well as some let's see, very interesting weaponsmiths that I look around looking for Cat and goes, "I'm pretty sure one of us is dating," and then making very giant hand motions towards Cat, and then saying, "Well, yeah, there's a lot. So, what do you want to see?"
Yes, and there's only one smith in town that's important, and that is Sava. He's very useful. Girlfriend of Cat. Some would say wife of Cat. And if anyone else tells you that they also make weapons, don't listen to them. They're a bunch of dwarves. All right, don't listen to them.
Kate just kind of stammers at dwarves. Okay, I mean, yeah. Do I know any dwarves? It just Kate just gets like lost in the thought of it.
But if you don't worry about it. They're in disguise.
The disguise? Dwarf disguise. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Kate says, looking around, concerned now.
The reason why they're
This-
dwarves is because they're best known to make the best
Gnome?
armor and.
Are they gnomes or are they dwarves? Kate just says, perplexed, looking around, going, I've lived here my whole life. How's there so much here? I don't know.
Lily's just there, awestruck.
Don't
going into a
don't worry
laughing
about it.
fit
My eyes see
from-
all. I can see anyone in disguise, and trust me, the lesser, even though they're pretty good on their own, they're still no match for Saba. All right, it's easy clap.
Meanwhile, Lily's just sitting there laughing her ass off as this tour turn comedy commences.
Pretty much. Kate, yeah, all of a sudden you're just like hearing Kate having an absolute panic attack about my life and gnomes.
Did you guys see what I wrote in the Roll20 chat?
I,
And the church is cool. It's the church is legit.
that okay. Besides the gnomes and everything else apparently that goes on in this fuckhole that I don't know. Fuckhole. I meant shithole. The church is probably the one place that anyone can turn up to and not be turned away.
No, you see, the fuckhole is the place in Magnamar that Dream walked into and ended up only getting a massage at.
And
right.
Kate walked into and started dating Ursuline.
And to be fair,
I
she
can
knows
use another one.
Magnamar. She's from Magnamar.
True.
Wait, yes, I am from Magma, the place too.
I'm from the place too. I like that answer.
Next is the general store. Literally, it's the store of generals. So if you ever need to save on insurance, go there.
So I can just go to a store and get a war general?
In generals, you save some time.
General store, you buy generals and have great insurance.
Like a war general.
I see what you're doing there.
Do you now?
Save some time.
A troop general. You know, like a fighting general. I don't know.
You can legit buy generals. They're pretty cool.
This has been quite a
That's
tour.
Cade.
Yeah, yeah. Keep going. I'm loving this. Best roleplay we've had all night.
Kate's just looking over at the map and just kind of getting a little perplexed at everything.
So what's next? What's next? What's next?
No pressure.
What's next?
God. I look at it and go, well, we just came from Vorvashali, so there's that. There's Jabrail if you want good drugs. There's the manors that are haunted and not haunted. There's the farm that we kind of forgot about.
Don't go into the manors. They suck ass.
Why?
They're haunted, like literally haunted. Like these things will try to murder you while you walk around.
You remember that one manor that's full of spiders and these weird fairy goblins?
I don't know who you're talking to.
Look at Cade.
Okay, KK just kind of goes, yep, yeah, yes, those definitely ring a bell.
Oh, don't go to that specific manor unless you want to deal with a serious giant spider infestation.
Okay.
Oh no, no spiders. No. We don't. No.
Imagine if
To
Lily
tell
just
you,
says,
Cade, but we didn't kill any spiders, so they're very much still there.
at a character. Imagine if Lily just says okay and goes to it anyway.
Kate's gonna
Are you an
panic.
exterminator? Hey, they're not bothering anybody. They're just chilling out of that new manor.
What's
Sure,
next?
they have a deed and everything.
What's next?
I have a deed and everything. We have the deed, Kate says.
How do you forget about a farm?
Wait, it wasn't a real farm. It was just a small plot of land that Dream started growing drugs on. It was kind of something you didn't want to just brag about.
Yeah, I
So how
forgot
do
about
you-
it too.
Yeah,
How do
Dream
you
just
forget about it?
planting the whole like thing worth of like halfling weed or whatever it is he's trying to grow there. I don't even remember, but I gotta look through my notes and see if I can find it.
How do you forget about a farm?
We did a lot, Kate says. one of us died and came back, and then friends of ours died, and then a lot of death, a lot of death, and then you forget about a farm.
Oh my.
It was one hell of a trip, but the farming was successful. Cost the lives of those same people that Kate just mentioned, but it is worth it.
Oh
Is that
my.
right, Dream?
Yeah.
There we go. We got the confirmation for the wild card. That's how you know it's legit. All right, moving on.
The wild card.
I love it.
Next is Vorvashali. He owns this whack ass shop, apparently. And if you ever need stuff enchanted or need to sell him crazy shit, you go to him.
There's no lie there.
Yeah, sure. Yes, ma'am. I'll keep that in mind.
There's also a pentagram on the floor for some reason.
Pentagram.
Yeah, I think he's a tiefling in secret.
Oh man, gonna make
Oh,
me
me not. There's a pentagram on the floor.
gonna make me start like furiously writing notes.
I know. I was just about to say that's a fucking great idea.
You ever see that one meme where it's talking about like I guess the DM was going on about how like, oh, you come to this like warehouse or whatever, and one of the players is like, warehouse? Is that like, you know, a lycanthropy thing? Like something just turns
my
into a
God.
house, and then it just says right underneath it, it's like DM
Furiously writing.
furiously writing down stats. It is now.
It is now. We're in danger.
Yeah, precisely. That's, I mean, seriously, it's been a hell of a grand tour here.
Next is the jailhouse.
That's where they just brought that guy to.
Exactly.
guy, by the way?
And surprising to believe, unlike Magnum, where you can't just go in there and start beating up prisoners.
Who was that guy, by the way?
hard way.
That guy,
Who was kicking and screaming?
that guy was an asshole.
How so?
He was trying to sell the city, literally.
You know those pretentious nobles that think they're all that, but secretly they're criminals?
Yeah.
Literally that.
Oh my. It's a good thing he
Maybe
was
if, you
cat.
maybe if you can ask nicely, the sheriff will allow you to beat the shit out of him, but probably not.
The sheriff doesn't really like us right now.
Where's the sheriff?
He doesn't like us. We just brought down a high noble, proved that he was setting fires and stuff. I think he should be adored by us by now.
I mean, okay, yes, but we also literally beat the shit out of people in front of him, which is not what we're supposed to do.
No. Urslin's beat the shit out of people in front of him. We have not.
Kate kind of goes, I kind of
I
helped.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Like in the very beginning when we interrogated that man.
Yeah, there was a few.
Oh, you mean when I
out of
rightfully
cha- out
pistol
of
whipped at
character.
someone?
Yes,
Okay.
there were a few pistol whippings on that day.
I
Out of
helped.
character, didn't Kay do that like after using some spell secretly, so the sheriff doesn't know that Kay did that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they
Precisely,
don't.
So you didn't do precisely. You
They
never
bit
touched
the
him.
guy.
They
They
did.
bit the guy.
Kate did the guy.
They did bite him. Yes.
Cade, and you're pissed that I pistol whipped him when Cade was literally
said
threatening to turn someone into a fucking vampire here?
I don't turn
Kay
people. Damn
Kay
it.
did it secretly.
Okay, then it's just your kink to bite people. Okay.
No, it's Kate just looks at Ursula and goes, "This is why I can't take you anywhere."
You don't take me anywhere anyways.
We've been all over the place.
Oh, it's an adventure, not a date.
Hey, if
Kay
going
just-
out to murder a bunch of ogres in a fort isn't a date, I don't know what is.
Kate's desperately panicking right now and just looking at everyone and just going, I mean, what's open? What's not burned? What's not burned? Do you want to?
The theater is horribly burned.
Am I still on a tour?
You are. But Kate's having a meltdown.
Kate, are you okay?
Lily, Kate's freaking out. Lily, heal Kate.
How do what?
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. How do I secretly roll a spell? You know what? I'm gonna do it anyways.
Whisper
Oh,
the
that's almost
GM.
100. I'm doing it on Lily again to cause commotion.
Who's this on?
Apparently you.
Honestly,
Well,
the emotional damage thing makes me sad because like vicious mockery doesn't really exist in Pathfinder.
Right?
That's like where that joke came from. Oh, okay, pup shape, got it.
If this succeeds, Emerson's gonna run away laughing hysterically. If
So-
not, Emerson's gonna just grunt and groan.
So, Lily, go ahead and roll a fortitude save.
Yes.
I don't
Please
think I'm
don't
gonna
succeed.
pass this. I don't
Yeah,
think I'm gonna
please
pass
don't.
this.
Please don't succeed. And all my spells,
Dude.
because I transferred that tattoo to myself, are non-verbal and non-motion. So I could just cast them.
Yeah, the odds of making the save are actually in your favor by a little bit, but let's see.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
I believe in you.
It's on your front page.
Oh no. Lily is transformed into a small magical doggo.
No,
Oh,
I'm a
Lily's
cat.
dog. I thought she was a cat.
That is.
All right, well, yeah,
very
you can make it a
interesting.
cat if you want. It doesn't specify it has to be a dog,
it's just-
but
It's
That'd
just
be
Puppy
hysterical that you
is-
shrank
It's a
it.
baby version of
yeah, small
what
magical
she
beast.
is.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Lily is small now.
How long do I stay like this?
You are you are basically a baby version of yourself until I deem otherwise.
Well, no, not
This is one round.
not until you deem.
Until
So
I
it's-
deem to
You
not
stay
concentrate for the one round.
you stay small for a whole 30 seconds, and
It's a
then
distraction.
yeah,
Lily.
and then
Lily.
you revert back to your normal form.
So you just turned chibi for all of 30 seconds. Kate just did
Pretty
a double
much.
take, rubbed their eyes, and was just like, blink, blink. What? Did anybody just? Did you just turn tiny and adorable? I mean, you're dirty. I mean, what?
I think I just did.
Did your ring waste my food?
No.
Nobody knows I did a thing.
Kate's
So
just
it's
like,
non-verbal and non-motion. Let's go.
that's kind of fantastic. Kate's looking at Dino and goes, you can take over the tour now. I think I'm seeing things.
Dude, right,
Oh,
Dino?
you didn't. I'm certain Urza's just playing tricks again.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I will roll one.
Oh yeah, I have my lie detection. Lily, is she lying?
No.
Don't worry, Lily. You got this. You got guidance.
What?
I mean, I would argue Lily doesn't really need this because she was the one that got transformed. So
You're asking you're accusing me of something I may or may have not done out of character.
Let's just
Out
use
of character, so
all right, so you're gonna roll sense motive for this.
skill points.
Guidance.
Why do I have 75 out of 72 skill points? That doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
So why is Lily rolling sense motive for something Dino said?
Yeah,
'Cause
because
Dino-
I asked my lie detector to see if you're lying.
Yeah. Dino did ask Lily for what she thought.
How do you know she's a lie detector? Isn't
They
that
know each
relevant?
other from
She's my good
Magnamar.
friend, that's why.
From Magnamar.
Why
growing up.
Why my skill ranks? Why do I have 75 out of 72? It was correct last week.
I don't know.
Because that makes no sense to me right now.
Oh, well, I can tell you right now, you shouldn't have 13 ranks in disabled device. That should be 11.
Okay, that
So that's
explains that.
so that's 2 of them, unless it was 10, in which case then that would cover it.
I don't. Am I right? Am I 11 or 10? Right?
Well, you're level 11 total. So you could have 11 ranks in it. I don't know if you did or if it was 10. I don't remember, or if the extra one is
I'll
somewhere
just
else.
bump it down to 10.
That's fine. You can always put 2 in it next level anyway.
Just put 5 in the next level to bump it up to the next one.
Well, no, it can't exceed your level, the number of ranks. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you can make it 12. But yeah.
I'm trying to see if I don't know.
Sorry. I was distracted by my rank thing being all whack. I'm just gonna I'm gonna I should have bungled you. I should have fucking bungled you.
But they didn't. Oh god.
So, Ursulin, remember that little deal we had a long time ago that we wouldn't be using spells and whatnot to prank each other?
Harmless.
He just kind of puts his hands up and goes,
and then you had to throw a fit over it?
Technically, they were not part of the deal yet. If you want
It's
to
true.
add
Thank
amend
you,
them
I love
to
you.
the terms, that is fair. And I can assure you, Urzin will not cast any more spells on this individual. Right, Urzilin? Right? Okay, just kind of looking over their shoulders, being like, please don't shoot me with random...
Okay, well, we have to make the terms of the agreement very solidified because I need to know what I can and can't do because I can't have these rules changing every single time. So
Okay,
you make a contract. No.
Don't do
You make
anything to
a
us that
contract.
you
Don't
wouldn't like us to
interrupt me.
do to
I'm
you.
talking, Tristan. Don't do that.
Tristan.
I'm out of character. I was saying something and you just jumped on me, and I was trying to like say something in character. Like over speaking me. Then not really.
Anyway, let's just.
Like, that's why I muted myself that entire time, so I didn't do that to people. And it's done to me.
I'm sure it was just a mistake. Let's continue.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying.
You were talking about basically terms of engagement for these pranks or spells or whatever the subject was. I unfortunately didn't track the entire thing. That's just my inference. One other bit of information that I would like to share is that while you guys are doing this tour, you guys pass by the Curious Goblin bookstore, and you can see through the window that Kat is inside there, and she is browsing.
Of course she is. And Kate just kind of like face palms and goes, how did I forget the bookstore? Like, if you want simple entertainment, minor spell books, just journals, writing materials, papers, maps, basic cartographer materials. Kate just kind of rambles on.
Oh wow, yeah, that's cool. The disembodied voice says.
Oh look, books! Yay!
I like books. Just a point. I like them.
Reading.
Yay! Woo! I actually like reading a lot.
There's literally nothing you can learn from a book that you can't just learn by going outside. Useless.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but I'm not going to debate it.
I mean, technically, if you have enough time, that is theoretically true, because however all this information got put into a book is because someone experienced it or took experiences to get to it. Kate just goes on a small esoteric rant and then just like starts wandering into the bookstore.
Oh yeah, if you're actually wandering in, yeah. So you, as I said, you come across Kat. She is looking through, Actually, no. She has actually just gone to the counter to pay for a couple of books. If you can go ahead and roll perception to try and get a look at like the spine or something. Wow, nice. Okay.
Let's go.
So the books are about the Storval Plateau.
That's
and,
what I was about to go looking for. Maps.
Kat turns around to see that you have all found her in the bookstore, and she excitedly explains that now that she has the ability to teleport people, she thought it would be a good idea to get some books and try to get some good maps and other information about layouts and some imagery, so that she has a good idea of what the place looks like, so she'll be able to teleport there.
It agrees that that's a good idea and offers to buy any maps that we need of the areas to help see if there's any maps of the forts that they're occupying, since they're older forts. Find if there's any maps of like the forest around the area for just see if they have any like escape routes, anything like that, and buy them so we can bring them with us.
Yeah, so Kat's like, yeah, I looked through this these books, didn't read all of them cover to cover, obviously, but I found some good maps, and I figure worst case, if we can't find the exact fortress, teleporting to the stairs is probably close enough.
It just nods in agreement and goes, "That's a good idea. Good work."
But thanks. I'd like to have a productive day today.
Kay just grins and says, "Yeah, I can tell. Everyone's been all over the place."
Have you guys seen Savitt today? What's she doing? No, I'm kidding.
I saw some guy walk in the store, and she seems to be into him.
The pot has been stirred.
I am not taking liberties with characters like that, but that's nonetheless it's funny. So I'm not 100% against it. But okay, yeah. So Kat pays whatever amount it is. I didn't even have a number in mind, but I'll sort it out later. And yeah, she grabs her books and says, so yeah, maybe we can spend some time tonight, looking through this and trying to gain some information about the land and hopefully our enemies. Maybe there's something about them in there.
It agrees.
All right, and then Kat kind of just goes off on her merry way, like in the direction of the Rusty Dragon.
Sounds about right.
It's like, I'll see you guys later. Like, just goes off.
Bye.
But yeah, given that it is 10:30 and we're missing one person, another one of us wants to get to bed, and I've had a pretty early morning today, so I wouldn't mind myself. I think
10:30 yet though.
Listen.
You and your time zones.
It's 10:30 DM time, and so yeah, I mean
majority time zone rules.
Exactly. And plus, to be fair, we've made it past the 3-hour mark tonight, so unlike the last couple short ones, we got like a more full-length session in. So yeah, I think we'll call it here for tonight. We'll pick up with you guys potentially spending the rest of the night looking through these books that Kat has purchased, and yeah, I mean, depending on how soon in game time that you want to get on over to the Storval Stairs and Jorgenfist and that whole area, then I mean, I have to believe we'll be doing that next week at some point.
Think so.
So yeah, so that's going to be our session for tonight. That of course wraps up the month of June for us. I would like to mention to the viewers at home, as well as all of you, in case anyone missed my message from earlier, the final 2 Thursdays in July, so the 21st and the 28th, we will not be playing. I have a wedding to attend on that first weekend, and then the 28th I have Elton John tickets, so that should be a fun
Good
show.
time.
Yeah, I mean, of course, sad that we won't be playing, but we will have games for the next 2 weeks, and then of course, when I'm not here, if you guys want to do something, feel free, and I'll if you guys want to stream it, I'll figure out the best way to go about it. But
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us as always. I know we've had several kind of these like downtime type sessions now. It's kind of sandwiching the siege, and probably better that way. I mean, I know having all downtime or all combat can be a drag, so it's fun to mix it up. And next week we will be certainly progressing the main story hooks here a bit further. But yeah, until next Thursday, as always, we hope that you all stay safe and enjoy life for the next week, because that'll make the time go quicker until we're back here again next Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.